Yo, I ain't here for the money, I ain't here for the fame. Though it might be nice to own a jet plane, I'ma do it all for you. Come along and see it's true, but the world is pretty cold. You might.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to another video Storm Rider project. It's been a long time I posted onto my channel, been busy, and haven't really been in the mood to post anything, to be honest. But a couple of days ago, I know I'm late to the party. PlayStation have shown off their June 2022 state of play that focused on VR and third party, which had a lot of cool games revealed, and so some I am most interested in. And one of them, one of my most anticipated games for 2023 is Final Fantasy 16. Final Fantasy 16 Yoshi P has graced us with a new trailer and some new info and given us a release window, which is summer 2023. And we're going to start off this Final Fantasy 16 2022 analysis breakdown with some new character details. We've seen these characters before in the first Awakening trailer, but now we have names and their little detail to their background. We're going to start off with Hugo Kupka. I believe that's how it pronounced. Forgive me for botching any names as we continue this video. What it says right here, he's a permanent economic advisor. Hugo Kupka, a meteoric rise to prominence was sudden, if not unexpected. Once a nameless foot soldier in the Republican Army, his awakening as a dominant of the icon Titan thrust him to the forefront of Dalmatian politics. It was here he used his newfound position as the most powerful man in Republic to exert influence over both the nation's armies and its policy making, amassing a personal fortune in the process. Yet while it is said that this man who has everything wants for nothing, Benekita Harmon will teach him money and power are far from all the world has to offer. As we can see, it turns out this man is the dominant for the Earth icon Titan. And just going off the looks of him, he definitely fit that build. And next we have our next character, Benekita Harmon. Her little backstory detail is a little bit interesting in my opinion. Having emerged from the storm of youth, cold-hearted and ruthless, Benekita Harmon, dominant of the icon Gerudo, Warden of the Wind, turned her talent for swordplay and subterfuge into command of Waylu's elite intelligencers. It is on a mission to find the elusive second icon of fire that she crossed a path with the like-minded Clive and is forced to face her past. And I guess Gerudo was going to be in this game from the Awakening trailer. If you don't recall, at one point that when adult Clive is doing a combo attacks on some enemies, you see like bird-like talons appear. So that made me believe that Gerudo will be in this game. And she, off the bat, you could really tell she is the dominant for Gerudo. She's holding a feather, as you can see right here. And her outfit, the fur or feather around her outfit around the neck region, kind of symbolizes Gerudo in a way. But the thing that got me most intrigued is when it said is find the second elusive second icon of fire. This gives me possibly 2 or 3 possibilities of what this story could entail. One, there always been one elemental icon for each nation, and when Ifrit appeared, it turns out there could be more than one elemental icon. 2, there is like corrupted versions of the icons. Like there's like a Dark Ifrit, Dark Titan, Dark Shiva maybe. That could be a possibility. or this is could be an entirely new icon that's making making an appearance in this game. And her past, it is interesting. So far out of her and Hugo, she has me most intrigued on what she all about. Alright. Now we have those two character infos. We're gonna go down to the new trailer video to do our breakdown. We're gonna pop this in full screen 4K and let's go. Let me turn this down a bit. Funny enough, the trailer started in a world ruled by tyranny and turmoil. There are those who would fight to take back control of their fate. That Loki kind of reminds me like how the openings to Kinar's game have Sora will do like a voiceover, some dialogue and stuff before like the opening starts up. Kind of like that comparison.
Who are we?
As we can see, we got Benekita Harmon, but it looks like she's in combat. And we got Hugo right here call upon his dominant titan. You see the wings pop out. Harmon. I saw some people say this could be like a Attack on Titan situation, that the dominant transform into their icons, or I think it is they summon their icon, like their icon come out of their body or something like that. Because this does look like the nervous system like transforming, like how Attack on Titan would show like how it looked when you transform and stuff. Here's our first look at Garuda, and she looks good. That is a menacing shot. It looks like she has like armor right here. She got her 4 wings, 2 arms. This look like maybe extra arms, but I think that just like talons on the wings and stuff. I guess you could probably count that. But yeah, she like a force to be messed with.
It breaks us. It unmakes us.
Here we had Ifrit. This is the exact same shot from the Awakening trailer that came out during the PS5 showcase. As you can see, it is the same shot, but it is more updated. The lighting is different. The fire coursing through Ifrit. They actually did move the moon because, in the Wicked trailer, it was behind this pillar or the castle. Now it's like more up into the sky. That kind of signifies maybe what kind at what point in the night this is.
Makes us that it's immaculate.
Here's our first ever look at Bahamut, and he does look pretty cool, but in my opinion, I prefer the look that he had in Final Fantasy XIV, the MMO game. I kind of like that look because he looks more like a god dragon. And this shot, it kind of makes him look like a wyvern, in my opinion. More wyvern than a dragon. But, that's just me. His design could grow
aspect might reveal itself. The icon.
And we see a whole bunch of soldiers getting murked by Titan right here. For the look of Titan, it looks like, that is a good shot of Titan. It like they took the design of him from Final Fantasy 15 and just did a complete overhaul. Like made him more brolic. You see he got more spikes on his body. Yeah, and arguably he probably is way bigger than the Final Fantasy 15 version of him, because like at least what I can remember, the Final Fantasy 15 one didn't cause massive earthquakes just by one stomp.
There's going to be another war.
Here we have a moment of Jill and Clive Jill is another character that we seen for the Awakening trailer. She been her home was destroyed during the war, and she was brought to the Kingdom of Rosaria, where Clive and Joshua is born from. They are the sons of the Archduke, which is the represent for the for the icon of Phoenix. I didn't notice this the first time I looked at it. There's like a red star right here. I don't know what would that entail or that have anything to do with it, but something to look out. Uh, it's not like it's unknown uh if she is a dominant or not. Because we still don't know who is the icon for like Shiva, for example. My original thought it could be her, but I'm starting to second guess it. But it just I don't know. I just have an inkling that it could turn out she is gonna be the dominant for Shiva.
Isn't there?
Every day we delay.
Here is, I believe, is the Archduke for Rosaria, aka Clive and Joshua father. We do not know his name yet, but we can clearly see he's the Archduke. It looks like he's sitting on the throne. He got the red jacket, which represent the kingdom, and yeah.
Brings us closer to disaster.
Here is our first look of the HUD, the HUD display, which I really do like. Is simple, not too crowded, not too many stuff on screen, and we see adult Clive is doing battle with the Imperial Lancer, and by the looks of it, like is going to like a opening cutscene before the game gives you back control and stuff, which I think is pretty okay. It gives you like a cinematic moment, like, oh, you're entering a boss fight, cutscene happens, you get control, fight boss. You drop his health down to a certain point, start second phase, show cutscene, then you finish him. Which, by the looks of it, happened here because under the Imperial Lancer health bar, it looks like to be a stagger bar. Once you knock it on this point, most likely a cutscene will happen, and then you start the second phase. And let's take a look at Clive HP bar. It shows he's level 18, HP at 1406. He got a couple of perks that are not active. Going off the perks, this looks like the sword looks like could be maybe a damage perk status. The one next to it like could be movement speed or attack speed. Timer could be how long do the buff or status last. Potion could be like a cooldown when you use a potion and stuff. Once you use a potion, you have to wait for the meter to deplete so you could use a potion again. Don't know what the beast, like the animal one, could be. Probably when you're out in the wild, you get attacked by wildlife. They could hit you with a status effect. Like if you fight a Marlboro, it would give you a poison status. Maybe that could be. Or when you're running around in the wild, you get like alert that you're aggroing some wildlife because you enter their territory, and that could be a meter that tells you like, oh, they're coming after you and stuff. But you look right next to his health bar, he has Phoenix and Garuda, and by pressing the L2 button, he could switch between the two for this fight. And here is a better look. You can see he's not wearing the traditional red and black armor that we know him to wear. So it's like, so it could be maybe we could change outfits, or it could be just early on in the story before he gets his trademark outfit.
We must move now.
And here it looks like the Archduke of Rosaria is probably going to battle. Try and catch it at the perfect time. Here we go. Yeah, it looks like they're going to battle. We seen this guy before from the Awakening trailer. He's the one who tried to stop Joshua from summoning or transforming into Phoenix, because I guess Joshua can't control the power, because out of him and Clive, Joshua is not the fighter. He's more of the gentle soul. And funny enough, here's Joshua right here on his chocobo, and by the looks of it, this could be they are going to battle, and the reason why they're bringing in Joshua is just in case during battle and the battle goes south for them, they could make Joshua call upon Phoenix to turn the tide for them. And let's press on. Alright, here we got a good look of the action gameplay. As we can see for a split second frame, here we go. Clive did a precision dodge. That means he probably dodged the attack at the last minute to get like a perfect dodge, and thus set him up to do a counter attack on the enemy. He got precision times 3, which is interesting. You see in this portion of the fight, he does not have no icon on next to his health bar. It just shows Clive. Don't know what I don't know what that could mean though, because he has Phoenix Shift that would tell you that he does have some type of icon ability, but he does not have it next to his health bar. But at the bottom left corner, you see him with potion, high potion, and strength tonic. This is our first look of potion, the display for potion. And it's kind of funny when you look at high potion, because usually in the Final Fantasy or Kingdom Hearts type of games, potion is spelled H-I with a hyphen between them, potion. So it's very interesting to see they actually spelled out the whole high potion. And on the right side, we see the button prompts for the controller for Final Fantasy 16, like square to attack, triangle for magic. In this case, it will be fire because he got Phoenix. Circle is for Phoenix Shield, would most likely be an icon base attack, and X is to jump. We're about to see in a minute what will happen if he press R2 and stuff. And we see he's going up against Royal Sigfrayers. Alright. With that perfect counter, he set up a combo which finished off with like a fire base finisher, which had me thinking maybe the skill tree have us be able to, once I believe each icon will have their own skill tree. Depending what you unlock in that skill tree, maybe in combo attacks, like the icon will be mixed with the icon will be mixed into their combo finishers. Because you see he finished all with burst shot with a lunge. This enemy look like he suffered from a burn effect. These texts that appear on the side, you don't know the gameplay is being made by the person who did the Devil May Cry 5. And what for Devil May Cry, what these means were like a rating in combat. Like you get a rating, how fast, I believe it's how fast you beat the opponent, how many combos you pulled off in the combo, and how long you kept it going. And when the fight finishes, you get a rating depending on your performance. I do not believe it will work in this situation, but we just have to wait and see. Alright. Right there, we seen Clive use a icon attack by holding down the R2 button, which give him two abilities from Phoenix. One is Rising Flames, and the other one Scarlet Cyclone. We don't get to see how does Scarlet Cyclone look, but we could clearly see this is Rising Flames, and you see the wings of Phoenix come out, giving this sad grunt the business by giving him a straight uppercut to the jaw. And we go press on.
The chaos he would wreak would sweep all of Valor.
This look like the Empire. This look like one of the other kingdom, which is known for the Empire Separate. Not Separate. Damn, I cannot pronounce the name, but it is one of the Holy Empire that we've seen. We don't know what their dominant is, but I believe their dominant is probably Corinne. I said this before. Corinne has an ability called Holy Aura, and they're called the Holy Empire. And if you go on the Final Fantasy XVI website and look at their banner, on the top of it looks like a holy maiden with dragons at the bottom. And just like in Monster Hunter, Corinne is known as an elder dragon, and I believe the Final Fantasy wiki he is also referred as a dragon. And this is like the Emperor. Again, we don't know his name. Alright. Me personally, this camera shot on this specific character right here. Granted, we do not know him, but I'm willing to guess, like I said, willing to guess, he could be the dominant for this kingdom. I'm not saying what his icon is. I'm saying he could be the dominant. And in this scene, we see Clive is level 33. He has 3 icons: Garuda, Titan, and Phoenix. And right now, he uses Garuda, and he uses one of her abilities called Wicked Wheel. And you see he can Deadly Embrace, which is Garuda special ability when you press circle. And Deadly Embrace, what it does is it grabs an enemy and pulls them towards you or you to them to close the gap. So most likely Clive got into the air, used Deadly Embrace to yank this orcish memorizer up in the air, and he's gonna take this out. Right there, we saw Clive press the L2 button right when he finished Garuda attack to use Titan now, and Titan has Titan block, upheaval, and windmill. And by looking at this is upheaval, which he's about to use. Oh, well, it's the next thing. I was gonna say, I forgot to point this out. Unless you play Final Fantasy 14, this bar will represent the limit break in Final Fantasy 14. The highest the bar is, the stronger the limit break will be. So I'm thinking, depend how the limit break will work. What I'm thinking is, depending on what icon you're using, and you have the bar filled up, you could use their limit break, and it would do a ton of damage, and it would just look so cool. Like, for example, right now he got Odin equipped. So let's say you use the limit breaker while he's using Odin. It would be Sunset Sukin. And right here, right when Clive is using poison, Clive interrupted this guy from using Poison Mist. And right here, it's interesting because, like how we saw with Ifrit in a couple of seconds ago, when he's not holding down the R2 button, the magic work fire. But this time with Odin, it's dark. So I'm wondering when you use this ability, do you engulf your blade in darkness, or are you doing some dark type projectile? It's up in the air, but it is very interesting. And you see with Odin, his ability is called Arms of Darkness. And Clive has the icons Shiva and Rama along with Odin. We see Clive went for the stagger. He broke this guy a stagger meter. Now he's going to take a knee. And we see this little counter. It is evolved with Odin, but we don't know what it does. Maybe when you fill up this bar once, it will let you use Sunset Sukin, depending how many you stock up, maybe. Sorry about that. It's kind of late over here. Sorry about that. And Odin abilities, he got Gungnir and Heaven's Cloud. We see him use Gungnir, which he used a weapon from Odin to do at times 1.20 damage on a staggered enemy. And it seems to be filling up the bar. Alright, I saw a lot of people say this could be Clyde, this could be the Archduke. Judging by the hair, I'm willing to believe it's the Archduke, but I don't know for sure. I don't know who this could be, honestly. And we see them with Benekita Harmon. So interesting.
Night, the dominance. That's we.
And here we have Clive fighting a Koru, and this time he has Shiva, Garuda, and Phoenix. Shiva ability is called Cold Snap, and the R2 button is Thunderstorm and Power Drive, which I don't believe this is right in my opinion, because just going off the color of the attack symbols, this will be more like for Rama, because as you can see, Shiva picture icon is blue, and the last day we saw Rama on being purple. So I wonder, did they mess this up, or they don't have Shiva attack ability set up yet? But we see him use Diamond Dust, which is interesting because he doesn't use the limit break bar, and maybe it's ability when you hold down R2 when you're using Shiva. And what gives me more believe that this is Rama attacks that he's using. He's using Rama's staff to do this thunder attack, which is kind of weird to me, because the Koru is strong against lightning, so it wouldn't affect it that much. So yeah, we gonna continue on. Clyde do this sweet old combo, but he dropped off. The hell hardly went down, but we saw the stagger bar went down completely. And now we see him using Deadly Embrace. He did Iconic Strike. I don't know what Gambit counter and Deadly Chain. Deadly Chain could be when he did that side spin attack on the Koru, then he went into a Deadly Embrace to yank it, which I could see the reason why he got Deadly Chain. And he got Deadly Takedown because it dropped the Koru for him to do open damage. And right there, we saw him switch to Ifrit. I mean, not Ifrit. Phoenix to do Phoenix Shift to get up close and personal and close the gap. We see a big old war right here. This could be the forces of Titan. This could be during the war between the dominant of Titan and the dominant of Shiva. The setting looks the same, so could be.
If I take the field,
this game is definitely gonna get a rated M rating, because look at all that blood splatter and so look at this guy axe this dude that's on the ground. His like, yeah, there it is. Like his whole armor like get covered in blood. Here we have Hugo, the biggest dude probably in this meeting room, told this dude to sit his ass down.
Duels shake the island.
And right there is the boss fight between Clive and Hugo. Hugo is using the powers of his Titan, which he's not transforming into it or summoning him, but he's using the power of it to encase his body in stone. And you see like there's like this little grayish bar on Clive's health, which kind of reminiscing to Final Fantasy 15. When the color one disappears, you get like this gray bar that will have you move slowly. You cannot attack unless you use a potion.
To its foundations.
Here we got Titan fully coming out and stuff. And he is definitely a lot more detailed than from the Awakening trailer. You see he's more spiky with the stone spikes coming out of him. His eyes are glowing blue. He looks menacing. Like, he is the dude, like, he would drop the armor Titan from Attack on Titan. Here's a new look at Shiva. The lighting, her lighting definitely got better. Her hair is more white. You see her eyes are more detailed in the blue. And you see right here, like the ice around her legs are ice color. Like, I believe, if I remember right, in the Awakening trailer, her whole body was more blue. But it looks like on this side, they just made it her legs and her, I want to say her cloak. Titan said, "Get this shit out of my face." Here we got our full body look of Bahamut. Tail is long, wings are huge. He looks very dangerous. And crazy enough, he's going against Odin. And I believe Odin is the dominant for the Waylude. For the Waylude kingdom. Because if you look at Odin, his horse got 6 legs. And on the banner of the Waylude's kingdom banner, they have a knight on a horse, but the horse has 6 legs. Which makes me believe, like, yeah. It's a safe bet to say that Odin is the dominant for Waylude. I'll be very surprised if I'm wrong. Here's the shot of, from the Awakening trailer, of Phoenix and Ifrit having their stare down. You see the lighting is different. You see Phoenix have more color to him, color with the green on the feather and the blue and stuff. Absolutely amazing. Now, this is an interesting thing. I don't know what's going on here, but by the looks of it, we will have probably icons battle like in a kaiju style, which will be freaking cool. We see Phoenix is using Hellfire against the icon of fire, which is interesting because it doesn't say Ifrit. It just calls it the icon of fire. So now the evidence either Ifrit is a new icon that appear in this world, or we're dealing with a totally different icon of fire that's thought was only Ifrit and Phoenix. And right here, now we see Ifrit go up against Titan, which is interesting because it said the icon of fire, but now we got a proper name. We see Ifrit fighting against a mysterious icon. We don't know. I personally don't know what it is. Any guess is, it could be anybody guesses and stuff. But as you see, his icon got this brown background to it, which is reminiscent to Titan. So most likely, this could be another Earth-based Titan, Earth-based icon, or a corrupted version of Titan. Yeah, I can't get a good look of it, but it's a possibility. And you see Ifrit blasts his arm off, which did 330,735 damage. Here we go. There we had Rama, which is interesting because Rama before used to have like a white cloak, but now we see him with a dark one. But he still looks cool. Alright, here we got Shiva using diamond dust on an enemy called the Liquid Flame, which is very interesting because Shiva is not a choice in this. She's not a choice. There's Ifrit, Garuda, and Rama, which now makes me believe Clive was in a battle with the Liquid Flame, couldn't win, then possibly a party member came in and summoned their dominant Shiva to help. So could this be a hint that there is a party members? Or would it be party members for a certain boss fight that they will appear? It's up in the air. Here's our look at Garuda again, yeeted across the ground by Ifrit. And that's the perfect shot. Yeah, this Garuda is on that freak shit. She likes this fight. She's into it. And we see Garuda use her attack. Don't know what her attack was. I can't remember from the top of my head. But she blasted it off Ifrit arm that did 35,090 damage. Jesus Christ. Now it goes back to my theory. Do the dominants transform into our icon? If that's the case, then damn. Whoever transforms to Ifrit lost their arm. Or if the dominant lose their... If the icon get injured in any type of way, do the dominant feel that pain? So whoever's the dominant for Ifrit, will they feel the pain like if they lost their arm? Something to think about. Here we got Bahamut and Odin squaring off.
It is true.
Bahamut uses his attack Mega Flare, but Odin uses his Tansatsuken to deflect it. R.I.P. to these soldiers, though. Shiva used her eyes on the enemy. This looked like the area where Phoenix and Ifrit doing battle. Fire's going everywhere. Somebody just got cooked.
For every home.
Now we see Ifrit is going against Bahamut, and Bahamut uses a Mega Flare.
The burns, another can be built. The Empire will live on.
Final Fantasy 16.
Awaken, child of fate. Awaken.
Now that right there, the person said child of fate on Clive, which had me thinking Clive was always destined to be a dominant for an icon, but unfortunate events, he was not blessed with Phoenix, but it was to his little brother. Or Clive was meant to be the icon for Ifrit. That's also another possibility. And this scene right here, it looks like there's two Ifrits battling against each other. I don't know if this is the good Ifrit, but this will have like purplish dark flames on him. So this could be the the elusive icon of fire that Ben and Keita is after, and Clive? Could be. Your guess is as good as mine.
If free.
Getting that knuckle sandwich. And there we have our summer 2023 release date. Release window, I should say. So there's my first time doing a breakdown and analysis. But now I throw the question to you. What do you think? Do you think there's more icons that Yoshi P have not revealed yet? And also, what do you think about the big kaiju battles? Like, you think that'll be a thing, or it would just be like can you like control the icon while you're fighting, or we're gonna get like a Pokemon style? I'll be fine with either one. But there it is. I hope you guys enjoy the video. I'll catch you guys later.